Hello, Ele. Hello, Diego. Welcome to our class. Good evening. How are you today?
Hi, good evening, teacher. Uh, I'm fine.
Okay, that's excellent. Thank you for being
Good
here.
evening, teacher. I'm a good day.
Okay, great to
I
know
have a
that.
good day.
Okay, great to know that, Ele. I'm really happy to hear that. Well, thank you for coming on time, Ele and Diego. We are just going to start with our class. I don't know what happened to your classmates, but it's time to start. So guys, let's start doing our best, and everybody, welcome back. Okay, yesterday I heard Ele in our class. Today we have Diego, which is something nice. And well, guys, today to start our class, let me ask you a question. I'm going to share my screen and then we can start.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, can you see my screen, everybody?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Great. Well, in this opportunity, everybody, we will start with this question. I will give you 30 seconds for you to think about this. What's the biggest decision you have taken in your life? Okay, think about it. You will have 30 seconds to think about the biggest decision you have taken in your life. You can tell me about the most important decision you have taken, okay? Think about it, 30 seconds, and then we practice, okay? Think about it right now. Okay, I think you already think about your biggest decision or the most important decision you have taken in your life. I want to hear your comments about it. What's your answer about this question? Let's see. We will start with Ele. Ele, tell me, what's the biggest decision you have taken in your life?
Okay. In my life, I think so. The different biggest decision for me in my case, more important, select the career for study in the university. For example, in my case, I have different options. My family prefer study engineer or architect. My grandma recommend study the cocinero. Okay. Or I another option is study theologistic for pastor.
Oh, to be a preacher.
Okay. Yeah, picture shifter. Okay. Picture or in but is the reality is my family no I know the no more money for study theologistic. I select the psychologistic because it's the similar area and the yeah, I prefer psychologistic uh, 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 business psychologist o en español es psicología empresarial.
Okay,
But
it
it's
sounds great.
my specialty. But the life is necessary more psychology clinical. But it's different area.
Yeah.
But it's similar. It's interesting.
Yeah, you're
but
right.
it's I think so my bad decision.
So deciding, well, in this case, choosing your career from university, your university career was your biggest decision.
Yeah, for me, it's the biggest decision. Yeah.
And do you regret about that decision, or you feel good with that decision you took in the past?
I think in the moment, I think so my decision select the psychologistic is bad because I don't have a little option for work and the specialty psychologistic, the business psychologistic, and the really no, I don't have option the work in El Salvador. And another country is possibility, but in psychologistic, clinical, and social area specific, in the moment is complicated. Search, perdón, how do you say encontrar?
Find.
Find. In the moment, it's difficult find the job. The psychologistic, social or social clinical, is difficult. The in my case, I think so is the moment, but select, but I think so okay. The emotion, the moment.
Yeah, but
uh,
uh,
yeah, I prefer change the option. No, in the moment, I think so adapted for the situation. And survivor, y only survivor in the life. O sea, it's impossible change the career because is the option is adapter the situation, is selected the best option in the life. I think so the God I have, the God, is influence is the moment. I don't perdí la idea.
oh, don't worry. Okay, it was
Is only.
great. Okay, it was great. Actually, I really appreciate your opinion about it because, well, I know that choosing the university career sometimes is difficult because it was difficult for me. However, you have many options and there are many things you have to take into account before choosing your career. And as you mentioned, well, maybe your career doesn't have um, a variety of options or job opportunities, but you mentioned something important, and it's that you have to adapt to different situations, right? According to the moment, according to the necessity that you find, you have to adapt um, to those circumstances. So it
Yeah,
was pretty good. Ele, continue, continue.
yeah, is I think so. Is I feel depression is the moment. I don't I don't find the job in my area because it's the option is adapter. In my case, I have different officios, different officios.
Different
There are
activities.
different trades,
Okay,
different
different
activities
trades.
in my family. For example, my family working in the construction area, and my mom working in yes, en tailoring, sastrería, tailoring,
Okay.
o es otro. En tailoring, is the option is adapted is the working online attention for psychologistic, clinical. They use the TikTok for connect the different. Yeah, in my case is possible um, find it's possible find new clientes,
New
new customers.
customers.
new customer for TikTok because the clip is attention. Is my strategic for business.
Okay, it sounds really good. Okay, so maybe I will find you over there on TikTok. But it's great. Okay, what you mentioned is really important. We have to adapt to different situations, even though we have taken one decision. At the end, things can change in the future, right? Things can be different in the future, so we have to adapt to those situations. In my case, guys, I can tell you a little bit about my experience, and it's that I didn't study to be a teacher, but I am a teacher. And when I started teaching English, I learned or I knew that I really like to teach. That was something, well, that was something not weird, but that was something I didn't know about me. Even though I chose a career, well, I already learned English before starting university. I already learned English by that time. But when I was at university, my career or my university career focus was not teaching English. It was about traveling. It was about learning and meeting, knowing a lot of places in El Salvador and guiding people. But at the end, my, that's not my field, or I am not working in that area. I am working as a teacher. And when I started teaching, I learned that I really like this. Okay. So sometimes we have to adapt to some situations, and who knows, we will find that we are really good at it. Thank you for sharing, Ellie. It was great to hear about your experience or about the decision that you took in the past. Now, maybe you would like to change it, but as we know, it's impossible. However, we can adapt or we can try to fit with that situation. Thank you for sharing, Ellie. Right now, I want to listen to Diego. Diego, tell me, what's the biggest decision you have taken in your life?
Well, in my case, the most important decision I have made, maybe it's the same to choose a career at the university. Uh, yes, because mm, I don't know, I had a lot of options, but the option that I wanted, uh, it wasn't available because we didn't have enough money to study a career at the Don Bosco's University, so we started to study at the El Salvador's University. So so yes, I think that is the biggest decision that I have made.
Okay, great. And what do you study, Diego?
I'm studying chemical engineering.
Okay, great.
Uh,
And what do you want to study at Don Bosco University?
well, I want to study uh, mechatronical engineering, but we didn't have the money because we are two people. Uh,
Okay, I
yes,
got
me
it.
and my brother.
Okay, I got it. So
Yes,
yeah, it was it was kind of difficult, but well, do you feel
yes.
do you feel comfortable with your career, or would you like to change it?
Well, I think that it's okay, but uh, thinking about it, I think that I would have liked to have chosen the chemistry career, the pure chemistry. But
Okay.
but I think it's okay.
Oh, but okay, but
Yes,
at
yes,
least
I find it interesting.
okay. So at the end, your career is not that different or too different as a chemistry, right? So I think
Yes,
it's the same field but different different focus in
yes,
both careers, right? But it
yes,
was great. Okay, so even though it was one of the options you had, now you feel comfortable with that. That's great, Diego. Thank you for
Yes,
sharing.
but I
That's
but I didn't
uh-huh.
took that career because I thought that I will finish like a teacher, and I and
You don't
I
want to
don't
be a
feel like it's no.
okay. Who
But
knows?
at the end, I find that there exists some jobs, not a lot, but there are some of it.
Okay, there are some opportunities, right? Yeah, because of
So
the
I
field. Uh-huh.
yes, yes. So well, the thing that I was interested in two subjects in chemistry and electronics, but I find like a middle point. I don't know.
Okay, well, as you mentioned, maybe there are a few job opportunities in that field. However, you can see that there are opportunities. So let's continue doing your best, and who knows, maybe you will be a teacher.
Who knows? Who
Who
knows?
knows, right? Okay, future is well, it's uncertain. Well, thank you for
Yeah.
sharing, Diego. Now let's continue with Rodrigo. Rodrigo, hello, welcome. Tell me, what's the biggest decision you have taken in your life?
Okay. I think the biggest decision I making in my life was start eating again because I I stopped eating because of anorexia, and I started again very slowly, and it was hard, but that helped me a lot, and I think that is my biggest decision because it was the difference between death and life because I was about to die, and yeah, that the
Okay,
I think
Rodrigo.
that helped me a lot.
Okay, Rodrigo. Thank you for sharing about this because I know it's too personal. But I want to ask you, when did it happen?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forget about that. It was when I was 19 years old,
Okay, how old are you now?
2023.
23 or 2?
Yeah, three.
Oh, 23. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing, Rodrigo. That's something really amazing because I can see that, well, nevertheless, you have that problem. Uh, well, nevertheless, you continue and now you feel better. And as you mentioned, eating one more time or continue eating helps you a lot to feel better, to get better in your health. And well, now you have more opportunities as this opportunity we have to learn English. And that's something really amazing, Rodrigo. Thank you for sharing. And yes, that's a great decision you took in the past. Well,
Thank you,
thank you.
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing, Ele, Diego, and Rodrigo, about some decisions you took in the past. As you know, everybody, there are some decisions that maybe at the moment when we take that decision, we think they are the best decision we take. In some opportunities, guys, is not the best one. However, we have to continue. We have to carry on with our lives, with our projects, and different things. And guys, today our class it's focused on how we would change a situation if we would have decided in a different way. In this opportunity, guys, we will learn about the third conditional. I think this topic is not difficult, but it's kind of long, and I will try to do it as simple as possible, right? Everybody, to start with this topic or with the third conditional, let's remember some important information, okay? But first, read this information about the third conditional. Help me out with this, Diego. Read all this information.
Okay. Third conditional. It is used to describe a situation that didn't happen and to imagine the result of this situation. The structure: if plus past perfect, would plus have plus past participle. Example: if he had taken a taxi, he wouldn't have missed the plane.
Okay, thank you for reading, Diego. It was really good. Before we start with this topic, guys, let's make a short and very quick review about the conditionals in English. As you know, guys, in English, there are 4 conditional structures. First of all, we have the zero conditional. Zero conditional, everybody, it's, give me a second. Zero conditional, it's simple present and simple present. Then, everybody, we have the first conditional. Well, let me explain a little bit about these topics, and it's that zero conditional is used to talk about things that are always true, okay? Things that are always true, okay? If I, for example, if I hit water, well, if I hit water, it boils. If I hit water, it boils. As you can see, we use simple present and simple present. Then we have the first condition. Zero conditional is for things that are always true, okay? Then everybody, we have the first conditional. The first conditional, it's talking about results, okay? If I do something, something will happen. For example, if I study English, well, if I learn English, I will apply for a better job, okay? If I learn English, what is my result? My possible result? I will apply for a better job. I will. So we have simple present and simple future using will. Then everybody, we have the second conditional. The second conditional, everybody, talk about, give me a second, simple past plus would. Let me see. Yeah, this is the structure. In second conditional, guys, we use simple past and would, okay? For example, everybody, we could say, if I were a millionaire, I would buy, I don't know, I would buy a mansion to live, okay? So we are talking about unreal situations. What is the condition and what is the unreal result? This is just an imaginary result. In this opportunity, guys, the third conditional, it's also talking about imaginary things. But in this case, everybody, we are talking about a situation, look at this, a situation that didn't happen and the result of this situation. We have a situation that happened, but in this opportunity, we are going to describe, using the third conditional, we will describe a situation that didn't happen. The difference between second conditional and third conditional, guys, is that in second conditional, we are talking about an imaginary condition. Imaginary because it didn't happen, actually nothing happened, but I am imagining or I am thinking about something that could happen or would happen and the result of that. In this case, one situation happened, but I am thinking about something that is not real and the result of that in unreal situation. For example, look at this boy in the picture. Well, look at this man in the picture. He lost his flight because he was late at the airport, because he got lost. Who knows? There are many reasons why he lost his plane. But in the example, guys, we have some information. If he had taken a taxi, he wouldn't have missed the plane. Okay? Maybe he went to the airport by bus. Maybe he went to the airport by motorcycle. So at the end, he got a delay and he missed the plane. There was a real situation. The real situation, he went to the airport by car, by motorcycle, by bus. But in the third conditional, we describe or we express the unreal situation and the imaginary result of that imaginary situation. Okay, that's the thing. This is what you have to remember about the third conditional. Unreal situation, imaginary result of the unreal situation. Okay, even though we have one real situation, but the real situation in this context or in the third conditional is not important. We have a real situation, but it's not important because we are talking about, we are talking about the unreal situation and the imaginary result of that unreal situation. Okay, let's move and check more examples about this. In third conditional, guys, we have to use this structure. As you remember, we divide this structure into two parts. The first part, everybody, well, I'm going to read it, but I want to listen to you guys. So let's pay attention to Rodrigo. Okay, Rodrigo, help me reading the first and the second part.
Okay, teacher. Third conditional. If plus past perfect, will plus have plus participle, imagine event, and imagine result.
Very good. As you see in this part, the first sentence, the if sentence with past perfect is the imagined event or the imagined situation. Then everybody, in the second part of the sentence, the main clause, we have the imagined result. As you see, we have to use would, have. In this context, everybody, have is not a verb. Have is an auxiliary, like the one we use in the perfect tenses. For example, in present perfect, we use have, okay? This is the context. Would have as an auxiliary and a past participle verb. What is a past participle verb, everybody? Well, most of you know that these are the verbs from the column number 3, okay? The third column. We have verbs in base form. In the list of verbs, we have verbs in base form, then we have verbs in past, and the last one is verbs in past participle, okay? As you can see over here, everybody, the if sentence is an imaginary event or an imagined event. Then the result or the would have sentence, it's an imagined result. Also, guys, something important we have to remember is that we need to use, we need to use, everybody, a comma when the order of the sentence is this one. When the structure of the sentence is if and then would have, in that context, everybody, we use a comma in the middle. Look at the first example, guys. Let me show you the first sentence. Look at this. If he had taken a taxi, imagine event, comma, he wouldn't missed the plane. He wouldn't have missed the plane. Okay, as you see, we complete the sentence with a would have sentence or wouldn't have sentence. And then in the middle, between the first part of the sentence and the second part, we use a comma, okay? Let's check more examples. In this opportunity, guys, we will learn the uses of third conditional. Can you help me reading this part, Ele?
Okay, third conditional. We often use the third conditional for to express regret, describing things we are sorry happened or didn't happen. Example: if I hadn't eaten so much, I would have feel felt sick. But I didn't eat a lot and so I did feel sick.
Very good. Question for all of you, Ele, Diego, and Rodrigo. What does he have? What is the problem with the guy?
Sick
Okay.
stomach.
Oh, he has a stomach ache. That's right. He has a stomach ache. Well, in this case, everybody, as you see, we use the third conditional to express regrets. When we say, oh, I didn't have to do that, okay? When we say, I shouldn't have done it, okay? When we express that idea, guys, when we regret about something, when we think that that was a bad decision or that was something we didn't or we hadn't had done, in that case, everybody, we use third conditional, express regrets. If I hadn't eaten so much, I wouldn't have felt sick. But pay attention to it, everybody. I ate a lot. Now, what is the result? I am sick or I feel sick because I ate a lot. But if I had taken a different decision, maybe my result would have been different. Okay, that's the context of this sentence. If I had done things in a different way, I would have had a different result. Okay, now we will continue, everybody, with our next question, with our next part. But before we continue, guys, do you have any question about the third conditional on this point, everybody?
I have doubts on the past participle verbs, teacher. I don't know what they are.
Okay, I will let you know right now. Well, in the list of verbs, you can look on the internet for a list of irregular verbs. And once you have it, you will see three columns. The first column is verb in base form. The second column is verb in past. And the third column, the last one, is, give me a second, is the verb in past participle. Okay? In this case, a verb in base form is eat. Okay? Then we have the verb in past. What is the past of eat, everybody?
Eight.
Ate. Really good. And the past participle form of the verb eat is uy, is eaten. Okay? This is the past participle, the third verb of a column. Then we have the verb do. What is the past of do?
Did.
Did. Very good. We have did. And the past participle of of do, everybody, is
Done.
done. Very good. Another verb, everybody. It will be the last one. We have the verb be. What is the past of the verb be?
Was.
Was or
Was or were.
were. Perfect. Now, what is the past participle of be?
Being.
Been. Excellent.
Being.
Okay. As you see, the verbs in past participle are the verbs in the third column. Okay. All the verbs in the third column that we have in this, exactly in this part, are the verbs in past participle. I could continue with this list of verbs, but because of the time, we can stop too much on this. Okay.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, great. You're welcome. Let's continue, everybody, and pay attention to it. Something we have to remember is this information. Diego, can you read this part, please?
Okay. As with all conditionals, you can also invert this structure. If plus past perfect and would plus have plus past participle. For example, she wouldn't have been tired if she had gone to bed earlier. And the structure would have plus past participle if plus past perfect.
Okay, thank you for reading, Diego. I have a question for Ele. Ele, tell me, what is the difference between structure 1 and structure 2?
The order.
Okay, number 1, the order, and that's right.
The order, they don't use the comma.
Very good. Okay, so the first difference is, of course, the order, right? Because in the first structure, we need to use if clause and then the main clause. The if clause is the red one. And the main clause is the blue clause. Okay? But in the second structure, guys, we have to use main clause and then the if clause. So we change the order. The second thing, everybody, is structure number 2 doesn't need a comma. Okay? In that order, everybody, we never use a comma. Okay? Look at this. As with all conditionals, it means that you can invert the structure in all conditionals. Well, in zero conditional, it's kind of easy because we need to use simple present and simple present. Just remember, one sentence need to use if, and the other part of the sentence is just the result, okay? The result or the fact. Then everybody, in first conditional, we can change the order. We can use will, and then we use the if clause, okay, in simple present. It's the same in second conditional. I don't know, I would travel around the world if I won the lottery, okay? As you see, we use would in the first part of the sentence, and then in the second part of the sentence, we use a simple past sentence, and if and the simple past sentence. But we never use commas. When we invert the structure, we don't need to use a comma, okay? So let's remember this and look at the example, guys. She wouldn't have been tired. This is the imagined result if she had gone to bed earlier. Sadly and unfortunately, she went to bed late. Now, the result is that she's tired, okay? We are talking about an imaginary event, and we have an imaginary result, okay? Let's move on. In this opportunity, guys, we will continue with the next activity. We have two activities, guys, but actually, I don't know if we will have time for the two activities because of the time. But let's start with our first activity, filling the blank. Okay, in this opportunity, guys, let me show you the activity. It's loading. Great. Okay. In this opportunity, guys, we will have a short practice about the third conditional. Let me see. This is a short explanation about the third conditional, guys. I will try to show you. I will try to send you this. See, to send you this. Let me see, where is the practice? I don't remember. Give me a second. What happened? Oh, it is still no. I don't know what happened, guys. Give me a second. Oh, it's over here. No, this is not correct. Oh, I don't know what happened, guys. I need to reload this website because I can't see the practice that we had for today. Oh, well, guys, I'm really sorry. I don't know what happened with the practice I had ready for you in this website, but we will continue with the next activity. As you know, we have two activities to work on today. So let's move to the second activity. Okay. Well, in this opportunity, guys, look at the instructions. For each question, read the situation and choose the best sentence using the third conditional. Remember the structure of the third conditional. Past perfect, if plus past perfect, comma, would have, and past participle, okay? Or we can invert the structure, but now, guys, you have to tell me the right sentence. Okay, we have eight exercises or 8 examples. Let's start together by completing example number 1. I wasn't thirsty.
Teacher, use
Yes,
Zoom, please.
oh yeah, give me a second. Yeah, it's too small. I'm really sorry, guys. Can you see it now, Ele? Can all of you
Yes,
see it?
teacher.
Yeah,
Yes, teacher.
you can see it better. Actually, I can see it better too. Okay, look at this example. I wasn't thirsty. I didn't drink the lemonade. Now, what do you think is the best option in third conditional? What is the right sentence that uses the third conditional structure? What do you think, Ele, Rodrigo, and Diego? Number 1, 2, or 3? Diego, what is the right option? 1, 2, or 3?
The second one, I think.
The second one.
If I had been
Okay.
thirsty, I'll have drunk the lemonade.
Okay, thank you.
I have similar idea. Is for me is more logic.
Number 2 is the correct one, Ele?
Yeah, for me, if had been Jersey, I will be drawn the lemonade.
Okay.
For me, it's more idea.
So number 2 or 3, Ele?
2.
2. Okay. If I had been thirsty. Okay, very good. Rodrigo, what do you think? Do you think the same as Diego and Ele, or do you have a different idea?
Yes, I think the same. The second one is the correct.
Okay. And guys, let me tell you that you are right. This is the correct example because we are using past perfect and then would have. Okay, in this opportunity, guys, it's your turn to complete the exercises alone. Okay, not alone, but you will be the only one who will answer. Okay, so the first example will be for L. Example number 2 is for L. Example number 3 it's for Rodrigo. And example number 4 it's for Diego. Okay. Well, let's start with you, Ele. I didn't know Kirsty was in town. I didn't call her. What is the correct example in third conditional? Hello, Ele.
Okay, I have similar idea. For me, it's number 2. I had called Christy if I had known she was in town. For me, is the answer more logic for
Number
me.
2?
Number 2.
Okay. Thank you. Rodrigo, tell me, example number 3. I didn't know watching this documentary was important for our exam. I didn't watch it.
I think is number 3. The third option is the correct.
Oh, can you read the complete sentence?
Okay. If I had known this documentary was important, I would watch it.
I would watch it. Nice. Diego, let's continue with number 4.
I think that is the second option.
Oh,
Uh,
uh-huh.
I wouldn't have walked home from the disco if my friend hadn't been too drunk to drive.
Oh, okay. That's a great example. Thank you. Okay, I walked home from the disco. My friend was too drunk to drive. Okay, nice. Let's see. In this opportunity, let's move to example 5, 6, and 7. Number 8 will be answered by all of us. Okay, but now let's change the order. In this opportunity, Ele, you will answer example 7, Rodrigo example 5, and Diego example 6. Okay, Rodrigo, I didn't go to the store. I thought it closed at 5 p.m. It closed at 6 p.m.
Okay, let me think.
Okay,
Uh,
take 5 seconds.
mm, uh, I think it is the first option is the correct. The first.
If I would
If
have known,
I
continue.
no, it's the number exercise 5 teacher.
Oh, I'm
I'm
really
doing the
sorry.
exercise.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. So number 1, right?
Yeah, yeah, I will read it. If I had known the store had closed at 6 p.m., I will go.
Okay, thank you. I'm really sorry, Rodrigo, because I got confused with example 5 and 6. But now let's continue with
Okay.
Diego. Thank you for your answer, Rodrigo. Diego, example 6. I ate the yogurt in the fridge. I thought it was mine, not yours.
I think is the second option. Uh, if I had known the yogurt was yours, I wouldn't have eaten it.
Okay, pretty good. Now, Ellie, example 7. I am really hungry now. I didn't have any breakfast.
For me, it's number 1. If I have some breakfast, I wouldn't be hungry now.
If I had some breakfast, I wouldn't be hungry now.
Yeah,
Okay.
the number three, I have problem too hard.
Okay. Actually, let me see, let me see. Okay. Let's continue with example 8. Example 8 is an example for all of us. I will also help you. I didn't see Tony at the party. I wanted to speak to him about his vacation in France. What do you think is the right option, guys? If I saw Tom at the party, I would have spoken to him. If I had seen Tom at the party, I would have spoken to him. If I would have seen Tom at the party, I would have spoken to him. What is the right option? 1, 2, or 3? Now let's start with Rodrigo. Rodrigo, what do you think? 1, 2, or 3?
The second option is the correct one, teacher.
Okay. What do you think, Ele? Hello, Ele.
For more, in my case, for more logic and the structure is second.
Second example. And what about you, Diego? Second example or a different one?
I think the same is the second option.
The second option. Great. Well, let's mark the answers, guys, and check our result. And this opportunity, guys, we got a 6 out of 8. It means, everybody, that we got an 8, okay? Just please, let's check. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, we can read it a little bit better, I think. Okay, question 2 is incorrect because the right answer is, if I had known Kirsty was in town, I would have called her. And example 7, if I had had some breakfast. Actually, guys, this exercise, well, this sentence, it has a mistake. Why? Because the correct main clause should have been, I wouldn't have been hungry now. Okay, I wouldn't have been. Remember that in the main clause, in third conditional, we need to use would, have, and verb in past participle. Okay, the sentence had a mistake, but the important thing, guys, is to remember the auxiliary had and then a verb in past participle, right? This is the structure for past perfect. Even though, guys, well, despite our two wrong examples, we got a great result because we have 6 great sentences. So everybody, let me congratulate all of you. We just need to continue practicing this structure, guys. And that's what we will do in the platform. Remember that we have a lot of activities to practice this topic on the platform. And yesterday, remember, we didn't have any activity to do. And this opportunity, guys, we will start unit 3, okay? Our goal for this for tomorrow's class, everybody, let me show you our presentation. Well, my goodness. Great, I can show you now. Well, guys, oh, I'm sorry, we have to start unit 4, not 3. This is unit 4. Okay, I got a little bit confused. But guys, in this opportunity, what we are going to do is we will start with activities of unit 4, and at least for tomorrow, everybody, we have to finish um with activity 4.2, sorry, 4.1.5. Okay, that will be our goal for tomorrow's class. I hope to see you tomorrow, guys, and we can continue practicing this important topics. And that's all for today. Thank you for coming, guys. Have a good night. Bye bye.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you so much.
Good night, teacher.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Good night, everybody. Bye bye.